It was a masterclass, Kevin O'Connell, their head coach and play call, when it came to how do we not allow the best player on that defense, Nick Bosa, to ruin the football game. Now, every single time that they drop back to pass, and when I say drop back to pass, like they knew that they wanted to try to hold the football and get some form of a chunk, 12, 15, 20-yard gain. I'm not talking quick game when you catch and throw, and I'm not talking screen. But every time, outside of maybe one or two in this game, they had a very clear plan for how they were going to deal with Nick Bosa, and it was obvious at the snap. Okay, so I want to start with this. Nick Bosa's right here, okay? He's that defensive end. Now, this is the thing that they did. They decided to say, okay, offensive line, we are going to take the right side of our offensive line, the side that Nick Bosa is going to be on. We're going to take those two guys and push them that way. Then we're also going to take a tight end, and we're going to, at the snap, have that tight end chip Nick Bosa. Then we're going to take our center, left guard, and left tackle, and then we're going to push him that way. So essentially, we have 3 versus San Francisco's 2 on that side, and at least at the snap, which is where Nick Bosa is, we're going to have 3 when it comes to that tight end chip. Hawkinson, ball's going to get snapped. This is 3rd and 11. Look at that right there. That chip is basically that 3-on-2. That's allowing those 2 guys offensive line-wise to at least get started and have a chance. And then look, we have 3 over 2. The center never goes to the side of Nick Bosa, and that gives Kirk Cousins like the chance to get that football out of his hands. A beautiful job of understanding Nick Bosa was going to be there, and they want to chip to his side. Again, drop back football. This is going to be another 3rd down. Here's Nick Bosa. What are they going to do? We're going to take our offensive line. Our 2, we're going to push him that way. We're going to have this tight end again chip Nick Bosa when the ball gets snapped, and then we're going to take the center, left guard, and left tackle, push him that way to take care of those 2 defensive linemen. Again, that gives them the opportunity for Kirk Cousins to drive the football. I got questions for Marcus. Number 1, why does the chip matter when it comes to the defensive guys?
Yeah, 2 things is, 1 is mental, right? You can't, his superpower is getting off the football. His first step is what puts tackles in a bind. But you see that little slow hesitation right there? Because he's trying to change his body angle. Usually when you're taught as a defensive end, you want to get a mark 4 steps behind this offensive tackle and force him to open up.
Like a spot?
And then be able to counter. Can't do that with a chip.
Yeah.
And even if I don't touch you, if I've done it 3 times mentally, my rush is slower coming off the line of scrimmage, which is why the onus is put on these guys on the interior.
Yeah, great job, because I love to say the get off. Like, for us offensively, we're just trying to give our guy a chance, tackle-wise, to get set before that first initial move, and they did an outstanding job of making sure they gave Kirk the chance.
Go back real quick, Dan. I want to show you. I want to show you another important part of that. Go back to when Kirk releases the football, right? And look where the gap is.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you want to
this throwing window?
Look at that big throwing window. That's exactly why you want the chip. And remember, when we were talking about this, I said it's up to the 3 technique 1-on-1, which is Eric Armstead right here, to close that window. This right here to a professional quarterback is night-night.
I got you. So you're telling me the chip actually helps us throwing lane-wise. I never thought of that. Okay, the second one, same thing. Now, this is what I wanted to ask you, Marcus. So what they do is this. Even though that defensive tackle is to that same side, that this defensive tackle scrapes across the face of the guard. Watch, so because we're going to chip Bosa again, scrapes across the face of the guard. Does that matter? Is that because of the chip? Are they trying to get back to the backside? What?
It's because of the chip. So the protection that you showed everybody at home, what should happen is he should come underneath, and this should be a wraparound to create that pressure.
This and this.
That's what should happen. Again, look at the window.
I didn't think about it
execution,
like that.
right? So the chip does cause some disfigurement of your rush, but also it creates that window because that 3 technique feels so in no man's land because you very rarely have a wide open rush like that.
Every single time that they wanted to hold the ball for just a moment and throw it downfield some way outside of like 1 snap, they used that chip to Nick Bosa, center go away. Brilliant by Kevin O'Connell.